Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. In this 10 videos, I can my friend want to presentation material about management. Before the presentation start, in introduction my Ali Uraidi and my friends is Rayhan, Riva, Elsa, and Windy. Okay, next let
Topic this presentation, that is definition of management organization, role of management, function of management, activities included in management, operational function of management, management skill, management levels, principal management by Henry F., and basic concept of leadership.
this slide read by me. Slide pertama, definisi manajemen. Manajemen has various understandings or definitions from various experts. Management is the age of getting Paul 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 together to acknowledge the shared goals and objectives, causing effectively results efficiently and effectively. Slide 2. Definisi para ahli. GR Terry. Management is a distinct process consisting of planning, organizing, actuating, and controlling performance to the determine and accomplish stated objective by the use of human being and other resources. John the management is the process of directing and facilitating the work of people or organized informal group to achieve a desired or why management is the process and against with there and with the operations of an organization in the realizing of its established aims. John John F. Me. Management is the art of securing maximum pro, prosperity and happiness for both employer and employer and give the public the best possible service.
Role of management in organization. Why is management necessary? In order to aim for organization can be achieved effectively and efficiently. What is effective and efficient? Effective, according to Peter F. Drucker, is doing the right job, doing the right things, while efficient according to him is doing things right. And the explanation will be explained by Ali.
In business active, so we do ineffective or of even inefficient work as. For explain, suppose we are a mobile phone business of our now assume that in our the bowl do not really need a phone apart for to bowl tend to close themselves off from the outside envir- environment to because the priority of the here liveness is to net for clothing food and shelter because we can predict from the start that both are are not very instant and not upon mobile. In addition, the priority of their different needs, we are interesting ineffective as well as inefficient when forget myself to sell the keluar phone product to our on the grounds that awake signal can be amplified by setting up a transmitter in area A. Management is not as an effort so to business active can run effectively and efficiently. So thus the management chart out leads to business active effectively and efficient. The management needs to be explained based on its functions or known as management functions. The functions are stated in the definition above includes the function of planning, organizing function implementations, as well as the control function and supervision. The next presentation will Windy.
Function by Nicholas Mr. Hogan Defoe. Planning, which is process that involves effort made to anticipate trends in the future the determination of strategy and tactics. The right way to achieve targets and goals organization. Among the trends of today, business work, for example, how to plan a friendly business environment, how to design a business organization that able to compete in global competition, and others. And the second is organizing, namely the process that concerning how the strategies and tactics that have been formulated in planning designed in an appropriate and robust organizational structure. System and conducive organizational environment and can ensure that all parties in the organization can work independently, effective and efficient in order to achieve organizational goals. Implementation, namely the process implementation of the program so that it can be run by all parties in the organization, and the process of motivating all of these parties can carry out their responsibility and answer with full awareness and high productivity. And the last is controlling, namely processes carried out to ensure that all planned series of activities organized and implemented can run in accordance with the expected target, even though various change occur in the business environment that face. And next slide. Although the function of management according to experts is different, but the meaning remains the same. That is, management consists of a variety of processes consisting of certain stages whose function is to achieve purpose of the organization. And point B, each stage is related to each other in achievement of organizational goals. Okay, next slide. Activities include in management. What activities are included in the function, the management? If we use the function management according to Nicholas Mr. Hope, then several activities related to each management function are as follow. That is, in the planning function, that is, set business goals and target, formulate strategies to achieve goals and target the business, determine the necessary research, set standard or indicator of success in what are the objective and target of the business. And activities include in organizing function, that is, allocate resource, formulate and assign tasks, and establish procedure that's needed, establish an organizational structure that show there is a line of authority and responsibility, recruitment, selection, training, and development of human resource or manpower, and the placement of human resource in the position the most appropriate. And activities included in implementation function, that is, implement leadership process and providing motivation to the workforce in order to work effectively and efficiently in achievement purpose, and provide routine tasks and explanation about work, and the last explain the policy. Activities include in staffing function, that is evaluate success in achieving objective and business target in accordance with indicators that have been set. Take clarification and correction measure overstory may be found. Perform various alternative solutions to various problems related to the achievement of goals and business targets. Okay. As an example, let's use the restaurant business to run restaurant business activity. For example, included in planning. Activities is when we determine why restaurant business activities are carried out and how can we fulfill it. What do you want to achieve from these business activities are then outlined in objective, strategies, and action plans. As for what is included in organizing activity is when we set how many people do we need to run a business restaurant, any tasks including in it how to get these people to can work with us. Included in the activity implementation, for example, is a work process that done by everyone who works with you. The process of motivating people to work with quality-oriented process how we can understand every motivation and change that exists in the people we work with. To the process of how we can understand the complaint that may be submitted to us. Control and supervision activities include, for example, checking whether our employees have served customer well. Is the food good? Served not stale, and so on. The next presentation will be read by Elsya.
Operational function of management. Number 1 is human resource management. Human resource management is the application management based on its function to obtain resources, the best human resources for the business we run, and how the best human resources can be maintained and keep working with us with quality work that is always costing or increasing. If we screen printing business, for example, then the human resources the best are those who have expertise in screen printing quickly, neatly, but also supported by creativity and artistic soul. If we are a restaurant business, then source the human resources we need. Among them are them who has cooking skills for a kitchen part, as well as bookkeeping and accounting expertise for the finance department. Number 2 is production management. Production management is the application of management based on its function to produce the appropriate product with standards applied on a whim consumers with the most efficient production techniques possible. Production activities are basically a process of how input resources can be converted into output products in the form of goods or services. For the screen printing business case, management production includes how raw materials, processes screen printing until the completion of screen printing products can be done efficiently but still achieve product quality. Number 3 is marketing management. Marketing management is an activity based on its function which essentially strives to identify what is really needed by consumers and how to fulfill them materialize. Why identify what needed by consumers? Then businessmen need to marketing research, including surveys about consumers so that businesses can get information about what consumers need. Information regarding consumer needs is then forwarded got the production to be realized. After output product materialized, then marketing management then also carry out activities in the process of delivering product to consumer. For the screen printing business case, which is included in marketing management activities include identification of the type of screen printing that is currently in demand by consumers. Is there a screen printing business that meets the requirements? The consumer's interest, how much in his purchasing power, how to get our company or our business to answer the desires and interests of these consumers. Including in this activity is the process of selling or selling products that are easy to produce. Number 4 is financial management. Financial management is a management activity based on its function which essentially strives to ensure that the business activities carries out are able to achieve the goal economically, which is measured by profit. Financial management tasks, including planning 20 where does business financing come from and how the capital that has been obtained is allocated appropriately in conducting business activities. Included in activities used for product sales can always be exceeds all costs that have been incurred as an indicator of company profit achievement. Number 5 is information management. Information management is a management activity based on its function which essentially tries to ensure that the business that is run is still able to continue to survive in the long run. To make sure its management information is responsible for providing all relevant information with the company's activities, both external and internal information external, which can encourage business activities run while still being able to adapt to change that occur happening in society. Use of information technology in including computers, television, and radio, making it easier information management in terms of planning, execution, and provision of necessary business information from time to time to find out more about the operational functions of management, especially in a business organization. The author encouraged readers to deepen it through study more in the literature on business activities, introduction or more specifically books about each of the operational functions of management, whether financial management, human resources, management information, production management, and management marketing. The next presentation will be read by Rayhan Pangestu.
Management skill to be able to implement management activities according to their respective function. Then some management skills are needed by everyone involved in the activity organization, especially business organization. Skills that include first, technical skill, namely skills that require to perform certain specific jobs, such as operation computers, designing buildings, create company layouts, and others. ability to communicate and interact with community. 2. Community, namely expansive in understand and interact with various types of people in society. Among the examples of this skill are skill in negotiation, motivating, and convincing people, and so on. 3. Conceptual skill in thinking abstractly, systematically, including in diagnosing and analyzing various problems in different situations, even ability to predict the future. 4. Expertise in decision, in the ability to identify, even at the same time offer a variety of alternative solutions to problems faced. The last, time management skill, namely expertise in utilizing time effective and efficient.
Management levels. There are several levels of management as put forward by Nicholas McHugh and McHugh 1997. There's level of management include in the first is top management. Top management, which usually consists of the president director or deputy director. For this level of management, expertise especially needed is expertise in conceptual, communication, decision making, global management, and time management. For example, for director and deputy director position. Is middle management, which usually consists of manager, head of division or department, or branch head. For management, the intermediate levels, the skills required in this include conceptual skills, communication, decision making, time management, and also technical. Next is supervision management, or first level of our supervisory or first line management, is which usually consists of supervisor, group leader, and so on. Among the skills especially needed are communication skill, decision making, time management, and technical. Last is non-supervisory management, which usually consists of worker lower level in general like that, worker building, and so on. Skills that are especially necessary process at the level are technical, communication, and time management. Leadership in organization and management. Manager need to understand that individual characteristics are the key to their implementation. From the directive function of management lies in individual factors in the organization. Next is definition of leadership. Leadership is the process of directing and influencing members in terms of various activities that must be carried out. Let's have a look at this. This is a table or image explain about difference between manager and leader. In planning, leadership in planning, namely planning and budgeting, determining specific plan of activities to achieve goals and allocating all required research. And then management in the plan, namely determining the direction of activities to develop a long-term vision or goals to be achieved by the organization and the change strategy that must be carried out. Next is build relationship between people or work group to realize. In leadership, namely organizing and placing human resource to develop organization structure, work procedure, responsibilities of each part of the organization, and method of implementation. In management is currently building relationship between people or working group to realize the plan, namely communicating the vision to people and build collaboration with people who are ready to realize the vision together. Next is a leadership and management different in plan implementation. In the first is a leadership in implementation, namely carry on supervision and problem solving at the implementation stage. In other side, manager in implementation in the plan, namely motivating and inspiring the role performed during implementation. The last is leadership and management different from the result obtained. In the first leadership, in the result obtained there is something that has been predicted or target in advance. And then management of the result obtained is namely a change that will support the achievement of the vision. Next presentation will be read by Rayhan.
Basically, leadership involves four aspects. 1. Followers are people who follow the leaders, or people who are given orders or determined by the leader to do something. 2. Power difference. There is difference between leader and the lead, between the leader and the follower, or between superior and subordinates have implication for different power between the two. 3. Use of power to influence. Existence difference produce logistical consequence that leaders have more power to influence followers or employees. 4. Value build. Leader also need to understand that he is not only powerful, but necessary encourage the realization of a positive value that can be provide positive change to all members of the organization. Principal Management by Henry Fayol. 1. Division of work. The work must be divided into smaller elements or specializations so that employee output and effectiveness will increase along with the increase in ability and expertise in the task at hand. 2. Balance of authority and responsibility. Managers have the authority to order subordinates to do or not to do something. 3. Discipline. Discipline must be enforced in an organization, but every organization has a different way of overseeing discipline. 4. Unity of command. Based on the unity of command principle, an employee should only receive orders from one superior and be responsible to only one superior. 5. Unity of direction. Employees working in an organization must have the same goals and direction and work according to the same plan. 6. Prioritizing organizational interests over individual interests. 7. Fair compensation. One of the factors that affect employee job satisfaction is work or salaries based on the tax assigned to them. Centralization. According to Fayol, a leader or manager must adopt the principle of balanced centralization. This is because full centralization will reduce the role of subordinates in organization. 9. Scalar change. Scalar change is a line of authority from top to bottom. Every employee must be aware of their position in the organizational. 10. Order. Discipline plays an important role in the work because basically everyone can work well in chaotic and tense conditional. 11. Justice. Manager must act fairly with all employees. 12. Stability of tenure of personnel. Retaining productive employees is an important priority in management. 13. Initiative. Employees must be given the freedom to take the initiative in making and carrying out plans, of course within the limits of the authority and responsibility given. 14. Spirit of unity. In this spirit, the corps principal management must always strive to develop and enhance the team spirit of unity. The importance of management and organization. The term management and administration in broad sense are often interpreted the same but are often interpreted differently. Some argue that management only is just one element of administration. Lian Xie, for example, he argues that administration consists of 8 elements, namely organization, management, communication, information, personnel, finance, budgeting, and public relations. Another opinion states that management and administration are essentially the same, referring only in is just matter of application, because what is called administration is usually used among people government, while management is used in the private sector. While the dynamic set of the administration is management. Management can be likened to the physiology of administration. Administrative categorization in organization and management are ways of looking at the same phenomenon. Organization see administration in a static state and provide a pattern, while management sees administration in a dynamic or moving state. 3 main reasons. It is necessary management by Tihani Handoko. 1. To achieve organizational goals. 2. To maintain a balance between conflicting goals. 3. To achieve efficiency and effective. And organization work can be measured by many different ways. One of the commonly used methods is to look at efficiency and effective.